G'day from WA. Hi, this is Julie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being with me today. So what we're going to start today is the Junk Journal July, designed by Megjournals. She has a YouTube channel and a Instagram, so you can find her at either of those places. I will put a link below. So the concept is to have prompts and to have 31, so that there's one for each day of the month, and to encourage people to basically work in their journal. And the prompt gives you something to focus on to start with your page. So what I've looked at is the 31 prompts, and I'm already way behind because I made this journal maybe a week ago, but then I had a burst water pipe, so I've had some issues to deal with. But the pipe and the leak is fixed now, and thanks to my dad and a local plumber, I can continue with my Junk Journal July sort of project. After I saw Rachel from Roxy Creations create her journal that she's going to be using for this challenge. There's a few others that are involved in the journal in July. It was a collaboration video hop. So I'll put a link to Megjournals, because on her introduction video, there's a link to all of those channels and the actual Junk Journal July pages. So the journal that I made with the inspiration from Rachel, which this doesn't look anything like Rachel's journal, I know, it's totally different. But the inspiration was do it in a no fuss, no muss sort of way. So I hunted around and I had this, which is a compendium writing set, or it was. Got it from an op shop, but it has such a beautiful cover that I just thought this is ideal. I always use flowers and butterflies on every page. So look at this, isn't it just absolutely gorgeous? So all I did was cover the barcode. I don't like barcodes. So I've got his bow to match in. I just took some of the purpley colours and toned them in. Added some broderie anglaise and some ribbon, and just, yeah, decorated the inside cover. But when I do the flip through a little bit later on, I actually filmed that already last night. So all I did was decorate the front page fairly simply, using again the Junk Journal in July. I've got this list here, and I've already ticked a couple of items because so this is my welcome page. I might actually write welcome. So am I daring enough to write it directly on the page? Oh, maybe I better practice first. Not quite brave enough. I haven't done any calligraphy for a while, and this is not really a calligraphy pen that I'm used to. But yeah, I always write at a slant. I wonder if I can just cut that out. Let's just see how that looks. Might not look any good. This on the book page. You know what? I'm just going to use that. I could have put the two up here, which would have brought it through. But anyway, I've done that now. Welcome to Junk Journal in July. Okay, so basically all I did was just use some beautiful lace. I've used a pretty printout, and I'm putting the list of prompts on this front page, on my welcome page. So as I do the pages, I will come back and I'll continue to tick them. I'm not going to just do them once, I'm going to do them multiple times. So basically by the end of the month, that should all be ticked at least once, and most of them multiple times. Of course, I can use other things as well that may not be on the prompt, like lace is not really here on the list, although we could use that as textured. Is there textured on here, or is it just say textured paper? Textured. Oh, I'm going to tick that. Just quickly go through the pages. This one's, yeah, most of them are from vintage. So this is from the Edith Holden sort of, what is it called? The notes one, Nature Notes diary, where it's not the original one, but it does have some of the original images in. But I just picked that because it was July. At the end here, it talks about this bee orchid. It says, at a glance, the flower is quaintly suggestive of a bee. So look how much they look like bees in flower form. Oh, I just thought they were amazing. To think that nature has created a flower that looks like a bee so that it gets pollinated more often. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, so these are just pages out of encyclopedias or old file paper. It's just, it was just old, it's gone sort of yellow. An old exercise book. I'll be covering that up. I really don't want spiders. That's why I thought I'd use it, because I won't use this in a journal as it is, or to give to anyone. I just, yeah, I'm not, don't like spiders. That will get covered up very quickly. This is actually new. It's some craft paper that I bought, 2 different types of colours, and I thought it was nice to have. I can't get straw paper like Rachel has, but I thought, well, that's sort of close to the concept of straw paper. And then this is just a gardening book, and it just has that sort of yellowish, it might look whitish on the screen, but it's not. Well, if you can see this, you can see the difference. The vintage books are quite off-white and ivory. So dictionary paper, that's just a coffee dyed, normal coffee dyed paper. That's a tea dyed paper. This is that mathematical book that I have that's written in Spanish, symbols and equations. Some music paper that you sort of write your own music on, which I've coffee dyed. Ledger paper I've coffee dyed. Yeah, encyclopedia paper, obviously music paper, and this is the other colour of the, it's got folded there. That doesn't matter, it's a junk journal, we're not going to worry about things like that. So this is from another one of those craft rolls that I got from Collage. Something happened, I can't remember now. What? Oh, that's right. When I was making the journal, I sewed the stitches in, like a 3-stitch pamphlet stitch, tied it, and then glued it to the cover. Then I opened it up and found the stitches were loose. I'd forgotten to tighten them, so the papers would have been quite loose. So by gluing that in and gluing it to the string that's in the binding, it should mean that the pages won't be loose because the string can't move. It has made it a bit stiff, I have to say, but hopefully that will settle down. So that's sort of now in tight with that there, and that's just the back of the pages. So there's enough pages to do a double page spread for each prompt. You know, we do what we want to do, and what I want to do is decorate and collage. So I picked out a few things. I don't want to use that page. Maybe I'll use this one or this one. Anyway, so I'll probably use this one. Not too sure. So these are a few of the items that I've picked out. These were I just got out for decoration, and they've all come from Daphne's diary. The baskets are for a reason if I use that item, so that's separate. More decoration. The last video I watched, they were doing details, so I had that in my mind when I was going through the diaries. It's like, try to pick a focal point of something and then collect other items to build around it. Now, when I read details or watched the video on details, I remembered this from Daphne's diary. It had this lady who makes dresses from book pages. So they are all book pages, and it's a full-length dress. I wonder if I've got the diary handy. Oh, I don't know which one it is. It might be this one. I've used this book a lot. Yes, page 6. I knew it was at the big. Oh, there we go. This was the story about Sylvie Fasson, we'll say. I'm not too sure. But she gets a concept and then she makes a dress out of book pages. I mean, some of the book pages are really old. So this is her making the violin with a cute cat. The violin concept dress, which you can see it there too. Oh, look at this. It's absolutely stunning. So I picked this picture from those pages because in this one it's a close-up and you can see all the details of the dress. So the bodice work and the book pages folded and sewn in with lace. And I wasn't sure if this went with it. I was looking for something that's in the pinkish tones, but the dress styles are wrong, so it probably won't get used. I had this was, I've already fussy cut. This was a picture. It was also in Daphne's diary, but a different one. But what I don't think I'll be using the man, so let's leave the man out of it. When I looked at this, I thought, oh, that reminds me of this dress. So this, you know, is what this style of dress might have looked like when it was actually in use. I mean, of course, no one would have actually worn a dress like this. But this seems to me to be the style with the bodice and then the pleated skirt. So I'm going to say probably no to that one. Let's move them out the way so we don't get distracted. So I've picked out these flowers because I thought that they kind of went into the tonal range of the dress. So then I was looking for pieces and colours of paper. Yeah, I found these sort of borders and coloured pieces. And I thought about this one to go with the people, but it was a bit too busy. The background was a bit too busy and I thought they got kind of lost on there. So that didn't really work. So I might move that one out of the way. I like this one. So does that go with that? And then I found this picture here. I liked this, but I think this didn't work. No. Even if I put something in there to cover that up. Yeah, I think it's too long. That's right. Let's have a look. Yeah. I'll have to completely muck up the size of the frame. So yeah, that's good. We can get rid of that. So now we've got this and this and this. I thought that the colour of this here matched this quite well, and you know we've got this kind of yellow, so that tones in quite nicely. So I think I'm happy with that. Let's just get that in the frame for now. Oh look, there's some more of the dress on the back in the blue. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so we've got a focal point. So it's a rather large focal point. So it's a case of, do we put this on and then put that on? Could do that. I liked this. Maybe this is a bit more dramatic. Oh yeah, I quite like that. Do I put it on this side? See, I don't think I'll be using that. Could put it on that side and get rid of, just once and for all, get rid of the spiders. How about that? Because I know I definitely want to cover those up. So that seems to be pretty much the right size for that. Just put it inside the tearing so it gives it a little border. Yeah, just give it a little bit of room in the center to give it room to fold. And so it's just got a tiny border, so it's just the right size. Let's just let's have that. So we've got this piece going down here, and this piece going over the top. So we've got these decorative items. The reason why I pulled the baskets for was because if I do use, what I want to do is use this lady with a dress, because I want it to have, you know, relationship to the photo. So I want everything that's in the collage to be related to each other or have a reason to be there, in my mind at least, and be using some of these prompts. Now this was a bit orange, so yeah, I've gone off those. We'll take those out. I quite liked this one, so I thought maybe that could go up here because the pink rose does go quite nicely. And I thought this matched too, so I'd have to fussy cut it. Take some of the white off so I can see better. I can see roughly where it might fit, so it could possibly go somewhere like that. And then there's this one here that I thought if I fussy cut that could go nicely at the top. Let's just roughly cut it. Now they've got baskets. Now I suppose there's probably fruit and vegetable, but I was looking for a basket of flowers. I did find that one, but the blue just, yeah, that doesn't go. So the only other basket I can find at the moment is this one, but it's in that shiny, it is from Daphne's Diary, but it's their free stickers they have in the middle. I'm just going to coat it now, and then when it dries I'll see if I like it. Just a nice smooth brush. Now, let's just leave that and see how that goes. It's sticky too because it's actually oh, I put that in that glass of water, but there's no water. Had the water turned off for a few days, so now my jar of water doesn't have any water in it. It's so nice. You have no idea what it's like to not have regularly running water from taps, toilets and showers. Like I had to go out the front to turn the water back on, just have a shower, then turn it back off again. Eventually I did get smart and I had a bowl of water in the bathroom to wash my hands, and I had an extra bottle of water filled up in the kitchen to fill the kettle, a big bowl of soapy water to wash my dishes, so I didn't have to keep running out every time I needed to turn the tap on. I mean, I've got those down, so maybe that one would go down there. Maybe that's too much extra one. So if that's fussy cut around, that'll be a lot smaller and thinner. So what else does it need? Sparkle. No, but it could add a bit of extra to it somewhere. So we've got these, right, liquid pearls. So there's that colour. I'll test them out on paper before I use them. Let's find a bit of scrap. Do I have any paper lying around? Okay, let's test these little things out. Oh, that's pretty. Very apricot-y. Yeah, I like that. That's in the yes pile. That's kind of like reddish colour, so we're going to say no to that one. So just these two, but probably just this one. Okay, and then it's a case of where would we put it? Right, we'll leave that for now. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I got this out. This I think this really helps. I got this trim out. Okay, that's probably what it's missing because of the subject matter being fabric. But I picked out some lace, and this I thought went really well, and this one. Now, do I use both? Didn't think of that. On its own. Yes, now with this one, it just makes it stand out more. Put that on to the edge there. Oh yes, I like that. Oh, that looks like it's part from the dress, doesn't it? The lace and the trim. Oh, I love it. Okay, and then I thought about this one under here. Okay, and then the people. So I'll have to cut that out to tell if I want that. It looks a bit bright. It looks a bit bright white at the moment. Could be that this one's the only one we use. I think we don't have any options. I think I'm going to stick with the. I made a decision about the base. And that was some of that stuff on there, on the glitter. Basically, if I use these, I have to put them on there and then move the journal away. Like, do not touch. So there's this one. It's going to look. Somewhere along the line, I've plonked it in the things. So I've probably got some more of it, but if I can put it somewhere where it gets covered up, it won't matter. And I'm going to have a little bit trimmed over the edge. Yeah, I'll just take it right up to the border, to the frame. Okay, so we're going to have the trim going over the edge, so we're just going to put the glue on. I probably should be using Fabri-Tac, but I think this, I've seen people using this, I think this works. And then along this top edge, a little bit over the edge, make it look pretty, into there. Now you can always see the white at first with the art glitter glue, but it does. Oh, look, oh, unbelievable, those stickle things, I'll tell you, I cannot be trusted around them. I seem to make them and then forget that they're like jelly. Yeah, a pretty to look at type journal. I don't write in journals, I can't see myself writing in them. I just want to stick stuff down and make it pretty, so that's what I enjoy doing. I might actually measure it a bit better so I don't put glue everywhere. Let's just give it a bit extra and I'll trim that off. Okay, and that's the wrong side, so we're going to, yeah, so I'm going to leave the little frilly bit over the edge, but we just want to again fill in those little circles. Just take the excess. Yep, that's worked. I should really trim those off now. Alright, and then we're going to have to use the Fabri-Tac also for this lace. Let's get the right side. to have a thin line on, I think I'll put a thin line on the back of this part, and then I'll put some on the frilly part. Alright, let's get this on before it dries. I love it. Lacy, it looks like I've taken pieces of the dress and put them on the page. I like it. I like that rose up there. Why does it look better down there? And then I would need something at the top because it becomes bottom heavy. So I think I'm going to have to fussy cut these to tell which one I would use. But I've got this one, what's left of this one, but by the time, if I add these on, I'm covering up that pretty lace too much. So, and this one is a bit too pink. So I'm going to take that one away. And this one has, you know, the darker colour that goes in with the rose better. And I don't want to cover up too much of the lace. I like the way the dress is facing the same way as the lady. It's like as if we've taken a black and white photo of the lady wearing that dress. So I quite like that. I don't know if it needs words or a quote or something. Can't think of one at the moment. It is sort of quite nice as it is. Alright, let's look at my labels and just see if there's something that stands out. This is from AliExpress, just says flower on it. The colour goes quite nicely. I could put something on it. No, not that colour. That colour's quite nice. I don't mind that as a bit of extra decoration, but I just need something, yeah, else. No. Oh, books. Book pages. Actually, one of these yellow ones might look nice too. Oh, these are nice. Yes, maybe. That might be perfect. Happiness. I don't know whether they'd be very happy. Don't know whether they'd agree. Hard life. Number 57. Possibly. Don't know what it means though. I've got some words here with sort of wooden, these are shabby dabby doodahs, and they've got like sort of wood grain verbs. Wonderful. Something amazing, bringing intense delight. Wow. I mean, that certainly fits the dress. Nature, bloom, cherish, special. Something out of the ordinary, yes. Amazed, filled with wonderment. Wouldn't mind having a label on there, just something that fits and has a reason to be there. So if I'm using one of these words, I'd need somewhere to put it. Oh, what else have we got? These are quite nice too. So kind of gone off those, most of them, except I did like that flower. That wasn't the pink. Oh, that's quite nice. That was nice. And there's these. I don't think it's going to have a word that suits it as much as special and wonderful. Treasured, precious. It's not so much precious. Special and wonderful certainly fits better. Cut treasured out as a possibility. Oops, it's nearly bedtime. Well, not nearly bedtime, it is bedtime. I'll have to finish this tomorrow. Oh, there's some little quotes here. The colour is not too bad. Oh, not quotes there, just words. Gorgeous is a possibility. Let me just cut that out. I think that one's a bit too pink. Quite like that. Let's try the gorgeous. That's quite nice. think these ones just don't fit the picture very well, so we're going to say no to those. Square one might be better. Gorgeous word looks weird now. Is that how you spell it? It looks just, you know, you look at something for too long, it looks strange. I think that looks a bit too, I like it, but I think it looks a bit too modern. This one obviously matches, because I think this must come from the same. Maybe not, but it certainly looks like it matches. I just think the colours go so well. And then we've got Precious. I've got another Gorgeous here. Let's cut that out and compare the two so we can eliminate one of them. That's what Rachel says to do. Have your choices and just keep eliminating the ones you don't like. That way you're left with the ones you do like. It does make sense. It's quite simple but effective. Oh yeah, that's too small. See, as soon as you put it on there, you don't like it, so that's okay. I'll put that in there. Well, now it's kind of like one in every corner. Down there, I wonder if this one's better. Oh, where's my Gorgeous gone? Just lost it. I think we'll go with that. Yep. Let's commit. And I can finish this tonight. So I think that one's done. So yeah, I'm going to try and do one every couple of days. And if I've done some that I haven't filmed, I shall show you those ones. But you know, if I find some nice stuff to stick down and I want to film it, I'll do that. And try to fill the journal up. That's the goal of Junk Journal in July, is to journal every day if you can and fill your journal up, and using these prompts. It's got the lace, you know, around the edge, so you know, if we add lace, and it's going to be pretty. Got to do what we like. We should show Mum's journals one day, something different. I have to ask her if she wants to do that, do a little show and tell. You know, different people have different ways of doing things, and as I say, I got inspiration from Mum's glue books. Oh, I already love this page. I love it. Because I loved that dress. I love the lace. It's just gorgeous. So I've just come back today to show you the finished page, the double page, because I was originally only going to do one page for this spread. I know it's really weird. I didn't want to miss out the poor husband. He kept floating around my desk, and I thought he's just going to get crumpled. I thought, well, why not use him to tie in the previous page? I went through 1,000 different backgrounds, literally. So I won't put you through all my choices, but I ended up printing this digital image and digital maps. So I'll just hold it up a bit closer. Yeah, it's got that kind of embossing on it. So a bit of a rose theme here, but I'm going to use this as my details page. So we've got lots of texture, we've got lots of detail, the detailed map, the pictures themselves are very detailed with the sketching, and of course the dress was the main focal, or where I started. So I wanted to have the dress, and then this dress, and this, then the family, and that's how it all kind of progressed. I added some extra lace. So I think I've ticked everything. There's flowers, there's botanicals, details. It's vintage in the sense, very old vintage. I mean, really, it's medieval, but we'll just say vintage is anything that's not currently modern. Pattern, I ticked pattern, that was for this. Let's see, I said that they were going to the market in the morning. Textured, yeah, so that was all the items that I've done from that particular page, and I just wanted to finish the video with the double page spread. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.